Hi, hello. This is an unscripted, unplanned video that I'm making on a whim about TABG loadouts because the fuzzy mutt pissed me off, and now I have to make this video because it pisses me off. That's why I just explained that. This whole video is a rant on what makes a good loadout. And a good loadout is one that can operate at any range, or no, not operate at any range, deal with opponents at any range. And the answer to that, an essential, AK Tommy Sawed-Off. The big three. The big three. AK Tommy Sawed-Off. AK for mid to close range, if you're feeling up for it for close range, not the most comfortable at close range. Tommy for mid to close range, less comfortable at mid range, more comfortable at close range. Now you might be asking, what about long range? The issue with long range is that it is countered by cover, in which I can shit out cover because of grenades. A snowstorm, a cage grenade, a shield grenade. Or you could just sawed off over all of that in deals with sniping ranges. So there's not a lot of reason to put range like that in your loadout when there's so many ways to deal with it without needing a gun like that. On top of that, counter sniping is just generally a bad idea. It doesn't tend to work out for you. It's very risky. Especially in solo squads. In a solo squads context, never counter snipe. Ever. And when I say a good loadout is AK Tommy Sawed-Off, I don't just mean AK Tommy Sawed-Off. Those are just the best examples. AK Tommy Sawed-Off means an assault rifle, like the AK, the SCAR, the M14 maybe, the M16, the AUG, something like that. Thompson means a close range SMG, your P90s, PPSHs, MP5K if you're feeling up for it. You want to use Browning instead? Go right ahead. You want to use VSS as your mid range and your MG as your close range? Go right ahead. They fit the same roles. And Sawed-Off represents a utility third sawed. So Sawed-Off, Teleport, Healing Book is really good. Gust, maybe Rock even, because it's cover. There's a lot of things that can go in place of a Sawed-Off. It's not set in stone. And I don't run this all the time. I run it a lot, but I don't run it all the time. And these three weapons give you just about everything you could want in a loadout. You got hit by a knockback, Sawed-Off. There's a guy peppering you, pepper him back with the AK while pushing forward. A guy just jumped in your face, Tommy. Probably Sawed-Off first, get some distance, and then Tommy. It's everything you could ever want. Again, that's just examples you could use a lot in that situation. And then there's people who like to use snipers and katanas. Hyper specialized weapons that focus solely on one range. What do you do with that? Now, of course, you keep the Sawed-Off, but what you need is your quote-unquote all-range weapons in your other slot. You need a FAMAS, it's a great example. Maybe even MG if you're good at recoil control. VSS, those are all range. Probably AK. You can probably get away with AK. Those are quote-unquote all-range guns. Now, technically, they're not all-range, but an MG is significantly better when you're within pissing distance of someone than when they're a speck of dust across the map. But you get the point. That they're guns that are most versatile in the most amount of situations. That's what you want. What you really, really don't want is another hyper-specialized weapon. It's why I so strongly urge against Katana Sniper or Jarl Axe Kar 98K. It's just, they don't work out. It doesn't work. Because when you run stuff like that, or like a Garand and a Mossberg, if you're feeling like a rando today, you're vulnerable at mid-range. Completely vulnerable at mid-range. All it would take is one guy with an AK just beating you in the head. That's all it would take. One guy with an AK. And so, when you're building a loadout and getting good with weapons, you really, really need to just put the fucking sniper down. Because another issue with the sniper, besides just that, it makes, because like I didn't bring up the fact that you should be using a sniper. If you're new at this game, like you probably are, actually you probably aren't if you're listening to this, I can assure you the only person that's going to listen to this is like Duel or Gyoza or Dink, probably Fredo. But Fuzzy Mud, I know you're watching this, listen to me. Put the fucking sniper down. It's not because they're bad weapons. I yell and scream and urge at people to put the fucking crossbow down. Not because the crossbow is bad, but because it's really fucking good. The crossbow is a strong weapon that's able to just obliterate someone at any range. You know what the issue with that is? Is that if you're new, you don't know how to aim, and so it's a luck-based weapon. You're gambling whether or not you're hitting that shot, and so you shouldn't use it. That's the same thing with snipers. Don't fucking use it. Learn the basics with an AK Tommy sawed-off loadout. Learn the basics first. Don't start off ADS. Duel is an amazing example. He used to never in a million years ADS. But now that he's spent a couple thousand hours, or like 1,000 hours, never ADSing, he's really damn good at ADSing. Because he knows intuitively how the guns work, how the recoil is, how the spread is. You should get accommodated to the weapons that are the basics before moving on. That's the overarching. Learn the fucking basics. This game takes a long time to learn and a whole lot longer to master. And so, you really don't need to be jumping straight into off the high end, into those high skill ceiling weapons. I'm never gonna complain if I die. Here, let me put it this way. If I die to a crossbow from Gonzalez 2009, who got lucky, the 20-hour rando who got lucky, that's luck. He didn't learn anything. He didn't learn how to fight like that. And I didn't learn anything. I just randomly died. It's like random crits. Random crits in TF2. If you play TF2, it's random crits. You just dead. 99.9% of the time I dunk on that guy, but he got a random crit, he got lucky with a crossbow, so I'm dead. Boobs with a Mossberg. 20-hour rando. No fit. Guy named Boobs. Duel was going on a rampage. It was going to be a 30-kill game. And then this guy rolls up and gets lucky with a Mossberg. And just obliterates him. And so, yes, these weapons can be good. And I've seen them be good before. In the hands of, say, Indeed and Dink. They are scary. Because I know they can hit those shots consistently. And so, essentially, put the fucking sniper down. Put the crossbow down. Put the katana down. Unless your name is Sock, put the katana down. The Sock, not Sock, the Sock, unless you're good and know what you're doing and have spent quite a bit of time in this game, put the katana down. Learn the fucking basics. You can learn with a lot of guns. You want to try out the PPSH even though it's a bit off meta? Go for it. It's a strong gun. You want to try out the weird M14 that's you've never tried? Try them out. Try out all those guns that you've never tried before, except for the snipers. And the shotguns. You could probably get away with the AA-12 actually, but still, don't rely on the AA-12 because it's a very powerful gun. Yeah, I'm neutral towards the AA-12. I haven't had my thoughts to settle on that, but still. What you need to understand I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm going crazy. This is completely unscripted. Can you tell? I can tell. Learn the fucking basics. Stop ADSing. Stop sniping. And for the love of all things holy, put the katana down. Put the Jarl axe and the Car 98K down. Do I have anything? Oh, blessings. I should probably bring up blessings. Holy trinity of weapons. Or blessings, not weapons. Healing blessing, speed blessing, jumps or health. That's it. That's it. That's what you should be running as a solo squad. Yes, other blessings are very strong. And Salty's gonna argue that, oh, actually, you should be running spray. No, you shouldn't. The reason Salty runs spray stacking is because he has like 80 bajillion hours in this game and can consistently beam anyone, and him being able to beam someone faster means he can kill a whole squad before they even realize what the fuck's going on. Don't get me wrong, if you don't have a health, or you have a really good spray and have a really shitty health, or in a really shitty jumps, put the spray on. But you should really always have some sort of healing blessing, or you could probably get away with a healing book too. I do that often, but you need a way to heal passively. Maybe not always passively. If you're good with a vampire, go right ahead. But you need a way to heal. You need a way to go faster. And you need a utility. Like a spray, a health, or a jumps. I guess all blessings are utility, but you get my point. Something that isn't speed or jumps. Speed or healing. Oh my god. And you should always have speed and healing. If you are new to this game and struggling, it is probably because of this. If not, talk to Gyoza. But other than that, AK Tommy sawed off healing speed. You got that? You got that under your belt? You got that under control? Great. God, this video's a fucking mess.